Ladies and gentlemen, places, please, places.
Thank you, places.
Thank you, places.
Thank you, places.
Thank you.
Thank you, places.
Good evening, all. My name is Maureen Broadbent, the director of this production, and I would like to welcome you to Bridge Player Theater's very first encounter into the virtual world of the arts. Tonight, we are presenting the play Couples, which was written by Sean Grennan. This play was written specifically for the Zoom format and allows us to listen in on the virtual therapy sessions that our couples are having with a marriage counselor. We hope that you enjoy our performance tonight. If you wish to see more virtual theater while our nation remains under quarantine, please keep checking our website for details. We also hope that you will consider making a donation to our theater group so that we can continue to provide you with the high quality entertainment that you are used to, virtual or otherwise. Donation information can be found on our website, www.bridgeplayerstheater.com. Even though we are not performing on stage right now, Shakespeare once said, "All the world's a stage, and all men and women are merely players." So for now, we are in a virtual world, and we at Bridge Players are happy to present our virtual stage with our real-life actors and actresses. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our production of Couples.
All right, then. Is anyone here yet? This is Dr. Mercer. Couples counseling? Anyone? Okay, well, I'll just give everyone a few minutes. Maybe I'll do some vocal warm-ups while I wait. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. What a to-do to die today, a minute or two to two, a thing distinctly hard to say. Ah, ha, ha, Mamala papala, mamala papala, mamala papala, mamala papala. Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock. I carried the married character over the barrier. I carried the married character over the barrier. I carried
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious.
Who is that?
Hey, Doc, it's me, Nevin. Thanks for the show. I really love this marriage therapy stuff.
I wish you'd said something.
Oh, I thought that you were having a seizure or something.
I'm fine.
Seriously, go on. I don't want to harsh your mellow.
Nevin, is Barbara here?
She said, she texted, said she's running a little bit late. Oh, chicks, huh?
What?
Hi, it's me, Sally.
Hi, Sally.
It's me, Sally. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I don't think you guys can hear me. Let's see.
Turn up the volume.
I'm going to try turning up my volume a little bit. How's that?
Ah! Oh, mother of God.
Too much, Sally. Let's strike a balance.
Oh, am I bleeding?
How's that?
Better. Is Faith coming?
I think so. She's not here yet?
People are showing up slowly.
I'm here. Where's the asshole?
Hi, Bunny Pants.
Oh, you're here. A promise kept. That's one in a row.
Is Faith here?
Faith is in the house.
Hi, honey.
Yeah.
So we're waiting on one more couple, the Hardys, Thomas and Cynthia.
I'm here.
Oh, great. One of the Wonder Twins.
Excuse me?
Gosh, is Tom going to be late again? I mean, what a surprise.
He said he'd be right here. He texted that he's just finishing up an important call.
Right. Priorities.
All right, okay, let's settle down. Thomas can join us in progress. Again, I want to thank all of you for doing this remotely. I do sessions this way because I found that not being physically present can be helpful. Meeting virtually can prove less emotionally charging and can lead to greater frankness. Now, just a reminder, again, if you talk over each other, the mic's cut out. It's kind of like our feelings, right? If we don't listen, our partners shut down. And even though this is our 4th month together, let's reiterate, you may comment on what you hear respectfully. The idea is to see yourself in others or share solutions you found. However, if you want the floor, try raising your hand. If you like something that someone says but don't want to interrupt, you can do this. It's what the deaf do in the theater instead of applauding.
What if we don't like what the other person says?
Make some other gesture to get our attention.
Got a few that might work.
Oh, okay. All right, so the last time we were here, we were talking about, well, who wants to start out? I know. Even though you're all on trial separations, living apart, the last time we were together, we agreed that you'd try a nice date together. Maybe have a chance to rediscover each other a bit. I'd like to go around and hear how that date went. Sally, please tell the group how your date with Faith went.
It's great.
We went bowling. Lesbian enough for you?
And how was it?
I won the beer frame.
Tell us a little more about it.
Okay. We got dressed up. We had a glass of wine before we left. We went to our favorite Thai restaurant. I got the Penang curry. And then we went bowling. I won. Crushed it. Whoopee.
You didn't like the date?
It was fine.
Sally, was it fine?
Sure. Why not?
Faith, do you have more you'd like to share with the group?
The whole time she texted the babysitter to check on the kids. And then her mother called about nothing. Then an insurance agent called because he had a question that could have waited. Oh, and her boss needed a file. So yeah, not exactly hardcore porn.
Fair enough. What would you say was missing?
A pulse?
Sally, your thoughts?
I am the primary breadwinner of our home.
No.
I am sorry I have responsibilities. I'm sorry I worry about the kids. I am sorry I have a boss without borders. I'm sorry. We're different than we were. Our lives have changed. We both wanted that change, and now, surprise, gosh, it's not the same.
Faith?
Pass. Go to someone else.
Faith.
Pass.
Okay, Barbara, did you do the date assignment?
Oh, we did.
Did you have fun?
Fun? I don't know about fun. Okay, he picks me up and informs me that since we've separated, he's become a vegan. Vegan. Fine, be a vegan. Who cares? I am talking. So we went to a vegan restaurant. Fine, lots to eat there, no big deal. Now, foolishly, I thought we were going to spend time getting reacquainted and perhaps flirting. I would have settled just for listening to each other. You know, I remember our first date. It was like it was yesterday. We were poor kids, but he bought me a dozen yellow roses. I mean, he must have sold his blood for the money. And I'll never forget that. And that was then. And on this date, I got something just as good. You know what I got? I got a 2-hour lecture on how the meat and dairy industry are ruining the planet and our lives. It was such a turn on. Oh, when he told me how much methane that cows put into the atmosphere, oh, I just wanted to tear his clothes off. Really a thrilling evening, really. You have to agree with me, Doctor.
I think Nevin would like to speak. Nevin?
Yeah, dude, that is not how it was. Yes, I did casually mention that I've become a vegan, just in passing. And yes, we did go to a vegan restaurant, which was very nice. And I may have slipped in a few details about how meat is, I don't know, like murder. But, there were other things we talked about. Well, I told her she looked nice. That's not a terrible thing, is it? I told her I missed her. And we met up with some new friends of mine and we went to listen to music.
Okay, Barbara.
Okay, stop. When you say he met some new friends, the new friends of his, he should be much clearer. These are new, as in brand new people. They could be our grandchildren. And the music we went to hear was an hour and a half of screaming with some yelling and pushing mixed in, for the slow dances.
Dude, that was a good band.
Their name is Chemotherapy.
Dude, their name is ironic.
Their name is accurate, and stop saying dude. You are a senior partner in a law firm. Senior partners are not allowed to say dude. Doctor, you agree with me, right?
Oh, sure. Chicks stick together.
What?
Oh, Barbara, Nevin, okay. Let's take a breath. And please, there are no sides here at group, and I'm not the umpire. I'm not the commissioner of marriage. The point here is to listen to each other and perhaps benefit from the experiences of others. Now, I want to say that in the years I've been doing this, we don't have many couples who come in who divorce this late in life. Usually people who've been together as long as you have, well, they've
lost the will to live.
They've worked through things together over the long haul. They've changed, certainly, but they've grown together. So, in your opinion, how do you think, after all these years, you got here?
Oh, I know exactly how we got here.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for this.
Go on.
Well, you know how they say age is just a number? Well, true, but sometimes that number can hit you like a Mack truck full of flaming cement. 6 months ago, on Nevin's last birthday, we went out for dinner with our friends Jeff and Naomi. Now, we did all the usual jokes about how many candles are on the cake, and it was nice, and it was pleasant, and we had great conversation. But near the end, Jeff shared with us that he was sick, that he was dying. We were knocked down completely. I mean, he is such a great person. I had to remember to breathe. But Jeff, he seemed all right with it. He said he had done the things he wanted to do. He had a great job, a great marriage, wonderful kids. And of course, he wanted a lot more time. But he made peace with it. He said goodbye to the people he loved, and that's what he was doing with us. He and his wife, they held hands, they smiled, they had no regrets. Can you believe that? None. Then they said they hoped they hadn't ruined our dinner. Now, can you imagine that? Apologizing to us. Anyway, we left the restaurant. We went for a walk and we ended up down by the river walk, and Jeff made a joke about how life is really like a river. But I mean, it just keeps flowing by and it stops for no one. And sometimes it's full of garbage. He was trying to make us laugh. But after that night, Nevin was different.
Well, how different?
He started working out a lot. And I thought, hey, great, he's taking care of himself. Yay! But that wasn't all.
What else?
Well, he got that stupid hat.
What's wrong with it?
Older people wearing hip young hats is like bald people wearing $2 toupees. It fools no one and makes you look pathetic.
A lot of people wear these.
A lot of people south of 30 wear those, and don't get me started on the tattoos. Oh, I have no idea what a bald eagle and a cowboy hat on a Harley even means.
Oh,
Nevin?
it's art. Don't you like art?
Did I mention the eagle is screaming, ride or die?
Barbara, tattooing is a legitimate art form.
It looks like a racing stripe on a walker.
Well, Barbara, I sense that you don't like the way that Nevin is dressing these days.
It's ridiculous. But if that was all, I just make fun of him. I would enjoy that. But that's not all. So on our date, remember those new friends of his and that concert with the band with that charming name? Well, after about a half an hour, the music drove me out, so I called a car. But then I left my rat behind, so in about 20 minutes, we made a U-turn and turned around, and I went back, and there was Nevin with his arm around a young woman who couldn't have been past 25. Oh, and it wasn't just a friendly little thing. He was on the move. I think she thought it was cute. I mean, maybe she has daddy issues. No, granddaddy issues. It was creepy, it was sad, and it was a $2 toupee.
Nevin, would you like to say anything?
Pass.
Please, I think now is the right time for you to tell Barbara.
If Faith gets the pass, then I get the pass. Pass.
Ding, 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 that round goes to me.
Okay, well, we'll come back to you both. This is going well. So who's next? Cynthia, any sign of Thomas?
I'm sure he'll be right along. I mean, so many people depend on him at his company. I mean, it's really a big responsibility.
Well, why don't you tell us how your date went?
Well, it was very nice, really. I mean, we decided to go for coffee, just casual, it's how we met, actually. So it was sort of like going back to square one. And, well, we both had cappuccinos. And then we sat for a bit, and then he looked out the window. Oh, and then he gave me this. Isn't it nice? He had his assistant, Tiffany, pick it out. She has excellent taste. He even had it engraved. Except, well, there was a mistake, and, well, somehow Tiffany's name ended up in it instead. I love you, Tiffany.
Oh boy. Wah wah. May I ask how long this date was?
Well, it was the middle of the workday, so I don't know, maybe a half an hour.
Okay, so he bestows 30 of his precious minutes on you, gives you jewelry with somebody else's name on it. Well played, Tiffany. And bolts out to see if his more important than you company, and yet you say the date was very nice.
I don't think you understand. Tom is a very, very important man. His company's in a big transition right now. There are a lot of people depending on him.
Tiffany, for one.
We understand what we have. We may not have the perfect cookie cutter relationship, but we understand what we have. We get things from one another.
You get jewelry. What does he get?
Okay, let's slow down here. This kind of critique is not helpful. Now, as we all know, there are two sides to every story. Do we know yet if Tom is going to join us?
I'm sure his call is important. I'm not sure when or if he'll join us.
Cynthia, I worry that if he can't even make a counseling session, that his priorities are not on his marriage.
There's something else.
Go on.
As you know, he's taken an apartment near his office.
The Tiffany Arms.
Good one.
But his correspondence is still coming to the house, and today a large envelope came from a law firm. I didn't open it. It was addressed to Tom, but I did Google the return address. O'Malley and Driver, attorneys at law. They're very expensive divorce lawyers.
So you think he's filing for divorce?
I don't know. I didn't open it, but I don't know what to do.
I would suggest that you ask him directly. Don't wait to find out. If he is filing and he won't attend counseling, you don't have many options. You should also find representation of your own. But for now, there's a lot you don't know. I'd give him the opportunity to explain.
Pretty hard when he never shows up to these meetings.
Well, Faith, it seems like you feel like talking now. You said before that your date with Sally lacked a pulse. Can you say some more about that? Maybe tell Sally how you feel about her? Can you do that?
Okay. When we first met,
Oh, please talk to Sally.
okay, here goes. Sally, when we first met and started seeing each other, I felt like I was always quietly trembling. Everything was so exciting, so fresh, and so new. We could barely keep our hands off of each other. I wanted you. And I was wanted, primally wanted. It didn't matter where we were, it didn't matter who stared at us, it all just spun away, and we were just like target locked on each other. We were these two souls who wanted to be together, to take care of each other, to die for each other. Who on earth doesn't want that? I was happy. It was great. It was crack times meth to the power of money. I loved everyone. I loved the USA, USA, USA. But then slowly, one diaper, one oil change, one load of laundry, it all slipped away. Even kissing each other in the morning became what? An obligation? And surprise, surprise, a trip to the bowling alley didn't fix it.
Okay. You know what? I think you probably have touched a bit of a nerve here.
Can I speak to this?
Oh, sure. The old straight white dude knows exactly how I feel.
Faith, let's be respectful to the group. We might be able to benefit from other people's experiences. Nevin?
Oh, here we go.
Excuse me? Dr. Mercer.
I'm all ears.
Go on, Nevin.
All right. Now, Faith, with all due respect, join the freaking club. Same song, different instrument. It's like that for everyone. We all want to be running in fields and loincloths. We all want to be covered in oil at a luxury sandals resort. The promise is that it'll be wonderful and spontaneous and forbidden forever. And then we get married. It's okay. It's totally acceptable. And what fun is that? I too wanted to be like that first time when we were making out under a street light or rubbing together on the bench by the pond or even that first horrible time we actually got to do it. That was terrible and great because we had joined a line of humans that had fought and died and built cities and crushed enemies and touched the face of God for Nookie. And now, I'd rather get a good nap. There ain't no more surprises. It's by the numbers most of the time, but
Go somewhere that I like.
but there are other things. Some things get better. Some things get deeper. And it's still intimate. There's only one person in the world that you share that awful, by the numbers, crappy, semi-spastic dance with. And there's trust.
So there isn't.
I did not do anything with Amber.
Because I caught you.
Not true. Oh, forget it.
Look, I know that things change. I know that. That's life. I get it. But I just don't feel like anyone's even trying anymore. And if we're not trying, then what are we doing? Is that all there's going to be? Is it going to get worse? Because if it is, then I'm out. I can do better than that. We all can.
Well, I think, Sally, I think we'd like to hear you respond.
There are days, a few, not many, when I wake up and I have a moment. Just a moment of my own when my eyes are open and no one needs anything from me. When no one is crying or is hungry or is screaming or looking at me like I let her down. And I try to hold on to those moments for as long as I can. Last week, I woke up, I looked at the clock, I looked at you, I looked at the ceiling, and I actually had 4.5 minutes before I had to fix something. 4.5 minutes before the kids who I love and the breakfast and the text and you blaming me for everything. I felt like I won the lottery. I wrote it in my diary. And then it all begins. It comes slamming down at me, and sometimes I react like a hockey goalie, and it's not perfect. So you don't want all that and you think you can do better? Well, so can I. So can I.
Well, this has been an interesting day. Lots of good things have come out, really. I think that maybe we should take a break now, and we'll all reconvene.
Tom, what did I miss?
Apparently not Tiffany.
What? Oh, please, Cynthia. Did you talk to everyone about that little mistake with the jewelry? I don't know why I bother.
Tom, we have to be honest here. I mean, well, I'm glad you came. We were just about to start talking, Tom, about.
Hold on, I got to take this.
Tom,
Hello?
phone again.
Wow. Well, it was great to see him.
Right? I mean, I feel like we don't see enough of him.
What a D-bag.
Stop it. Stop it. He's a wonderful man. You don't know him. He does great things for people.
Can you say Stockholm Syndrome?
All right. Let's take a breath. I was going to suggest a break, but before we do, I want to try an exercise. So I'm going to show you some images, and you just respond with the first thing that comes to mind, okay? No wrong answers. All right, Faith?
Spider.
Sally?
A bird.
Barbara?
Two guys mud wrestling.
Cynthia?
Sunday brunch.
And Nevin?
I'm gonna go with puppy.
Faith?
Mozart screaming as he dies alone.
Sally?
Taylor Swift eating hot dogs.
Barbara?
A spilled mojito.
Cynthia?
A happy couple. Playing tennis.
And Nevin?
Puppy.
Okay. All right, just one more. Faith?
Notre Dame Cathedral on fire.
Sally?
A warm bathtub with a glass of wine nearby.
Barbara?
A box of Pop-Tarts in a python's stomach.
Cynthia?
A guest house.
Okay, and Nevin?
Abraham Lincoln in a sundress.
What?
A puppy. It looks like a puppy.
Okay, that's enough of that for now, so thank you all for bearing with me. And now I'd like to say something. Marriage is optional. No one has to be married. We all decide to do it, and it's not at all easy. So we have to look honestly at our reasons for being married. There are good reasons and bad reasons. If you got married to the other person to fix them, or to have them fix you, or to play out some pattern again and again, to be the victim or the victimizer, that won't work. If your marriage was built on flawed reasons and those never change, it won't make it. Never does. If you want to run down every petty complaint all day, every day, you can do that. It might even feel good. Righteous indignation is like a drug, but it won't save your marriage. But here's what I've seen that works, and it has to be from both people. Surrender. Give yourself. Lose yourself. The other one comes first. Make them happy. Surrender. And that will get you absolutely everything you want. Everything. If you keep playing to win, or if you must win, you will lose. And if you do surrender and your partner loves you, they'll meet you. And you'll surrender together, absolutely. And then you'll have everything. Now, if they don't meet you, then maybe you're married to someone for the wrong reasons. And then you have to save yourself. So, on that note, I'd like us all to meet again in 1 month. And I have another assignment for you all. Yes, Nevin.
Doc, I think we all saw how well that last assignment went. I mean, pretty much a universal fail, don't you think? I mean, what next? Write each other poems, send chocolates, make mixtapes. I mean,
Playlist, Grandpa.
All right. No, none of that. Here's what I want you to do. Nothing. For the next month, I want you to have no contact whatsoever. Do not call, do not text, nothing. Don't see each other until the next time we meet. Faith, I'm aware that you and Sally have the kids to manage, but when you pick them up, don't go in the house or anything.
That's a funny assignment. Are you sure?
Absolutely. No contact at all. Live your life as if the other person doesn't exist, like they never did. You're just you now. You're not half of a couple, you're a single. Start that part of your life and see how it fits. Can we all do this?
What, no battle bands? No vegan lectures? Oh, gosh, golly, this is going to be tough.
oh, no whining about my clothing. Oh, this will be awful.
It's not going to be any different.
Then you can have the kids on the weekends. You should be fine.
I'll tell Tom. I'm sure he'll be fine with it.
Do you think he'll notice?
What?
All right. You all know what to do. Live your lives like you were never married and never will be again. This was a hard session tonight, but a good one. You can't fix a problem that you don't admit you have. And I think most of you made progress with that today.
Cynthia.
Okay, so 1 month and we'll see you back here. I think that's it then.
Okay. See you, Faith.
No, you won't.
See you later, Dorian Gray.
Got the last word, didn't you?
Are you all right, Cynthia?
I'm fine. It's all fine.
Wow. Rough night. Let's see who comes back in a month.
See.
Evan, can I talk to you?
Sure.
Can I meet you? The Red Dot Bar on 5th, do you know it?
I do. An hour?
Perfect. Bye now.
Bye.
Hello?
I the first one here? I am the first one. Let's hope I'm not the only one.
Hi, it's Sally.
Hello, Sally, and welcome. How are you?
I'm okay. Fine, I guess.
Great. Good month.
Interesting.
Hello, all.
Hello, Barbara. How are you doing?
I'm well. I am.
It's a lovely hat.
Thank you. I have to
Um,
say, it's been an interesting month.
Well, good. Good. Interesting's good.
Well,
Hello, Faith. Where are you? Are you outside?
I am. I hope that's okay.
As long as you can hear things, I suppose it's all right.
I'm good.
So who are we waiting for?
Hello, all.
Well, hello. Don't you look nice?
I thought I'd dress up a little. Hi, honey. Honey, what's with the hat?
What's wrong with it, dude?
Nothing. Not a thing. It looks nice.
It's Tom. Good to see you all.
Wow, you look familiar.
Right? I just can't place you.
All right, folks. It's good. It's nice to see you, Thomas. I'm glad you can make it.
Well, I am too. I truly am. I don't see Cynthia here.
I'm sure she'll be along soon. So why don't we go ahead and get started?
Hi, everybody. Stop. Stop. What's up? You know, like, what's up? Stop.
Cynthia, I'm glad that you could make it to join us tonight. Yeah.
Dr. Mercer. Stop.
Is that wine you're drinking?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is.
Why are you drinking wine?
We're out of vodka.
Well, we don't like to have people drinking during our sessions.
Hey, look. It's Tom. A surprise guest. Hiya, Tommy boy.
Cyn, are you okay?
Right as rain, Tommy boy. Good to go. Gotta take that, Tom? Big important phone call, huh? Huh?
No.
Hmm.
I'm fine.
Mhm.
I'm here.
Holy devotion to marriage, Batman.
Okay. Well, we're just going to plow forward. I want to hear from each of you about how your month went. Who wants to start?
I'll go. It was a roller coaster. Say what? Like roller coaster. Roller coaster. The beginning of the month. I was kind of sad, you know? But you know what? It got better. Yes, it did. I needed something to do. So I took your advice, doctor, and I contacted a lawyer of my own.
You what?
Yes, very interesting.
Please, Cyn, let's slow this down.
Oh,
Let's
go
talk.
ahead. You go ahead. You talk. I'm all ears.
I mean, just the two of us.
Oh, these are my friends. We have no secrets. You want to talk? Shoot.
Cyn, this isn't how we should be handling our problems.
Oh, you don't make the goddamn rules, Tommy boy. Now, you want to say something? Spit it out. Otherwise, I'm just going to get some more wine.
Oh, okay. Cynthia, I've been doing a lot of thinking. I know I let you down. I know I haven't been there for you, and I let my career take over our lives. I've been selfish and distant. I want to make it up to you. Can you let me try? can you give me another chance? Just give me another week to prove it to you. I'm on my knees here.
You're not.
What?
You're sitting in a chair.
I was being metaphoric.
I hate metaphors.
Okay. Okay. Is this better?
That's a step in the right direction.
Oh, he's up on the guy. He's begging you.
Begging. That's not begging. You're gonna see some begging.
Okay, let's pause on you two.
Oh, come on, this is just getting good.
Cynthia, just please, will you give me a week? 1 week and you'll see.
A week. You want a week. That's interesting. Isn't that interesting, Nevin?
It's fascinating.
You have to wonder, what's gonna happen in a week that hasn't happened or should have happened already? I mean, we've been married for 16 years. A week. It's a poser. It's interesting. I'm gonna have to think about that.
Okay, well, let's come back to you. Barbara, how was your month?
It was interesting. I decided that maybe I'd look up that band that we went to see. Maybe I should open my mind a little. So I got some of their music and I bought some weed.
Well, where did you get weed?
The delivery guy always reeks of it when he shows up. Money talks. Well, I haven't had any since the late 80s, but I settled in and fired up some dank and had myself a listening party.
Okay. And?
I will say this, it's much better high.
Many things are.
Barbara, why don't you tell the group why you thought that was a good thing to do?
I thought about what you said. I actually did. And I thought about all of us here.
And what did you decide?
I got to thinking about our friends, Jeff and Naomi. Jeff passed last week. And Jeff was happy because he had done what he wanted to do. He looked at his life. He said goodbye. He was loved. He was able to look at the big picture and not just some of the petty details. When Nevin started doing all those things, the funky hat and music, it felt like he was rejecting us. Like he wanted to hang maybe with the other team. But really, petty details, right? So I thought maybe I should be more like Jeff. If this is what makes Nevin happy, it's really important that I slam him for it. I mean, is it important to who? To me, to my ego, to my own wanting to control things? I mean, I do hate the tattoos. God, do I hate the tattoos. An eagle on a Harley? But really, what's the big deal? Who am I to be the fashion police? I surrender.
Nevin?
Honey, Babs, I'm sorry. It's funny. I got involved with a case this week that made me think about you, about us. I missed you. I think I lost it there for a while. When Jeff told us he was dying, it knocked me sideways. I thought, hey, you're no spring chicken either, Nevin. We're all here on a day pass. Are you content? Did you do everything? Would you be as cool as he is? No, I wouldn't. I would not. So I went a little crazy. I thought maybe I could get back some time, cheat my age and do a few things that I missed. I thought I could work out and look young. Yeah, let me tell you, you can't work out that much. my clothes, tattoos. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm wearing a suit and tie. Look, I look my age. Whatever you want.
Barbara?
I don't want you to look your age. I just want you to be happy we're married. No regrets.
It was the best day of my life. Still is. No regrets.
Why don't you two take a moment? Sally, can we hear from you?
Last month was very hard. A lot harder than I thought it would be. I thought I would have all this free time, and I did, but I didn't like it very much. If it means anything to you, Faith, I missed you terribly.
It means everything to me. I missed you too.
I can't say things will be different now. I can't say we'll suddenly be all on fire for each other.
I don't care. I'm not as good of a version without you.
But the insurance bills and the diapers.
The insurance bills and the diapers.
And the semi-annual vanilla sex.
I love the vanilla sex. The less, the better. Sally, I miss you and I miss us so badly. I really can't do better than you. Do you know where I am right now?
Park?
I'm across the street. I'm stalking you. I'm a dangerous lady snatcher and you should call the police. Look out your window. Sally, can I come home?
Dr. Mercer?
I'd like you to wait a moment. Let's finish this session first.
Okay, I got it. I'm cool.
I would like to return to Cynthia and Thomas now. Thomas, I believe you were asking Cynthia for just 1 week to prove that you love her. And I wanted to give Cynthia some time to consider that, to see if she thought that was viable.
I hope she does. I hope we can work this out. I think I've earned that much.
Earned it. Earned it?
Okay. This isn't very PC. I'm a terrible person. Okay. But I'm a terrible person who's worked his ass off to give you everything. We have traveled the world first class. You belong to so many exclusive clubs. You go to your spa twice a week. Oh, and I've seen your closets. Imelda Marcos would be embarrassed. New car every year, jewelry, parties. I have denied you nothing. I have worked very hard to give you that. And now, after all these years, all I'm asking for is 1 week. 1 damn week! That doesn't seem unreasonable.
Cynthia?
So all you're asking for is a week.
Yes.
And if at the end of the week I'm not happy, then what?
Then we'll divorce. Do we have a deal?
And if we divorce, do we split everything in half?
Yes. Absolutely. 50-50. That's how it should be. I want to be happy. Us to be happy. I want us to go back to that good place we were in when we first met. Do you remember when we met in college? Walking on the quad? You were the prettiest, the sharpest. You were the prize for me. When I introduced you to my dad and his wife at the time, I can't remember her name. Well, they were thrilled. Dad always wanted me to have the very best of everything. He pulled me aside and he told me that I had found a good one. Gave me a big thumbs up. Having you on my arm, I felt like I floated everywhere. And when you said yes, it was like I bought the Hope Diamond and won the World Series. Dad always told me that at the end of the day, life comes down to winning and losing. With you, I had won. I want to get that feeling back any way I can. Will you help me get it back? Is it a deal? Do I get my week?
A deal. A deal? Nevin, you're my lawyer now. What do you think? Is this a good deal?
Wait, what? Nevin's your lawyer?
Hang on, I need to check something. Okay. All right, that's done. So, Thomas, last month, Cynthia retained me to do some research for her. Now, I'm not really a divorce lawyer, but we have some killers in our firm.
And?
As a preliminary move, they had some of the forensic investigators look into your finances.
You can't do that without my permission.
Actually, we can. Again, community property. All we needed was Cynthia's permission since everything is half hers. Now, you do believe community property, don't you?
Basically. Where's this going?
Hang on. I need to text somebody else here. Okay, there you go. 2 things are on the move. So good. Where were we?
Thomas was saying something about how much he loves community property.
That's not what I said.
Okay, one at a time, please. Okay, Nevin, you seem to be part of this conversation now.
Yes, we were talking about community property. Well, you are not going to believe this. I found it incredible. But did you know that sometimes when people are going through a divorce, they actually try to hide assets from each other? Yes, it actually happens. Unscrupulous people try to set up untraceable offshore accounts to avoid sharing huge sums of money. The Cayman Islands is famous for that stuff. And not mostly for tax cheats, but it also does a nice business doing divorces. Now what happens is they, let's say we have a spouse who wants a divorce but doesn't want to split things evenly. That complete jerk sets up an account and transfers his assets to those accounts.
These bad, dirty accounts.
Your Honor, if it please the court, these accounts shall hereafter be known as the bad, dirty accounts. But the only problem is that it takes a little while for a foreign government to accept the transfer and for all those records and tracks to get covered up. Not a long time, really. Once all the paperwork is done, it takes just about a week.
A freaking week. A freaking weekend.
Wait, I have the right to invest my money anywhere I want. That's between me and the IRS.
Which is why we alerted them to it. And once you've started a divorce proceeding, hiding assets is indeed a felony.
I didn't start the...
O'Malley and Driver. O'Malley and Driver, attorneys at freaking law. You filed. You filed.
I just did some preliminary... Hang on. I think somebody's... I'll be right back.
Gosh, who could that be?
Dr. Mercer, has this ever happened in a session before?
No, no, it hasn't.
Should we leave them alone?
No.
That's probably the ethical thing to do.
Oh.
But screw it, I have to see how this turns out.
Yes.
All right, Tommy boy, here he comes. What's he got?
What is this?
Well, those are divorce papers. You have been served.
Cynthia!
Served up like a chicken dinner after church on a Sunday.
Oh, there's also a subpoena in there to disclose all financial transactions that you've engaged in and a cease and desist to stop any other moves. You know, it's interesting upon early discovery that we have noticed some rather large outlays to a company you've acquired, Tiffany Holdings. It seems to do nothing. It has no output.
But great put out.
I think this conversation is over.
We'll see you at the disposition.
Deposition, right. We'll see you then.
Damn it. Oh my.
Well, how'd I do?
Dude, you kicked his ass all the way to Borneo.
I hope I never need a divorce lawyer, but if I did.
Oh.
Hold on, someone's at my door. Wait a minute, Nevin, do you know who this is?
I do.
Is it a subpoena?
No.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, this has been an interesting session. I may have to do a paper on this one.
Dr. Mercer, how's our time?
I think we're about done.
Nevin,
Do you remember from the first date?
I do.
Can you forgive me, for being what's the word I'm looking for?
An asshole.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, you may be an asshole, but Jeremiah. Wait a minute. That doesn't really work.
Oh, this was interesting. Before we call it a day, I'd like to wrap up with those cards again. The last time we did it, I wanted to get a baseline as to where you were emotionally, and, well, things have kind of changed a lot, so I'll be interested to see your reactions now. All set. All right. Faith?
Sun through the clouds.
Sally?
Sun through the clouds.
Barbara?
The sun through the clouds.
Cynthia?
Sun through the clouds with a mimosa.
Okay. And Nevin?
Ronald Reagan in a sundress. Oh, okay, puppy. What? I updated it.
Sorry, Doc, I gotta go.
You know what? We can do this later, if there even is a later.
Dr. Mercer?
I think you should probably get that. Nevin, Barbara, what are your plans?
Honey,
I thought maybe dinner somewhere. Maybe go down to the Riverwalk and then see where chemotherapy is playing. Nevin?
whatever you say.
Great. I like this. We're skipping chemotherapy part. Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, thanks, Doc. I hope we don't see you again.
Yeah.
Cynthia, are you all right?
I'm great.
Do you feel like you did the right thing?
Doctor, after you said that thing last time about how we have to surrender, how we have to lose to win, I realized that's been my whole marriage. I mean, Tom married a loser so that he could win all the time. Well, till he got bored with it. But he never, ever, ever came my way. He always had to win. Always. Well, not this time. Thanks, Doc. I'm out. Oh, that was my big exit.
Oh, well, that was an interesting session. I'm gonna have to think about that. Hey, honey. Hey, oh, I'm great. I was thinking, do you want to get dinner? Maybe go on a date? Yes, a date. Wherever you want. I love it. I'll see you at 6. I love you. Mwah. Oh, new group coming in 5. Okay. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Woo!